Từ recap trong tiếng Anh có nghĩa là bản giải thích ngắn gọn một điều gì đó nhằm đưa ra những điểm chính. Từ recap vừa có nghĩa là một động từ, cũng có nghĩa là một danh từ. Và trong tiếng Anh khi các bạn tra từ điển Cambridge thì đây sẽ là định nghĩa cũng như phiên âm. Các bạn cùng nghe nhé. Recap. Thì danh từ chúng ta có thể hiểu, họ sẽ dịch như sau. Recap. The act of repeating the main points of an explanation or description. Thì đây là một từ rất là hay. Thường cuối năm mọi người hay ghi là recap 2024 để tổng kết là một năm vừa rồi chúng ta đã làm những gì, những highlight của năm là gì, và tạo ra tâm thế mới để đón chào năm mới một cách hứng khởi hơn. Thì mình nghĩ đây là một content rất là hay, và đó là lý do mà mình và cô Gerna đã quay, và chúng mình đã quay từ trước Tết rồi, và sau khi hoàn thành xong editing thì cũng rơi vào 27, 28 Tết rồi, rất là cận Tết. Thế cho nên là bọn mình đã quyết định là thôi để sau ra Tết thì up sau, tại vì lúc đó thì mọi người cũng tâm thế chuẩn bị Tết rồi. Vậy thì đầu năm mới chúc mọi người một năm an khang, thịnh vượng và đạt được mọi ước mơ của mình nhé. This year I was able to visit Taiwan, Shanghai, my favorite destinations, and looking forward to visit more destinations in 2025. Welcome back again to IELTS Changbaek. We have the same sweater.
Yeah.
We moved to different corners of the coffee shop.
Claiming the space.
Claiming the space. Today, again, I'm here with
Gerna
from
South Africa.
Okay, tell me a bit about yourself for new audience.
Right, so I am an IELTS teacher and I teach English for academic purposes. I've been in education for over 8 years.
Wow.
And traveled and taught in Southeast Asia. And yeah, that's what I do. And I'm very happy to be here and to help you with some vocabulary for your IELTS. And also to share about my experiences. You'll see in this clip we will reflect on our year, and it's a little bit vulnerable, you know, because these are our personal experiences.
Precisely.
I'm happy to share with you.
So actually today is what we are doing today is a podcast actually, and then we just have Solar New Year just 5 days ago. Today is the 5th of January, and then just within the next 3 or 4 weeks, 3 weeks I think, 26 days or 25 days, then we have the Lunar New Year, and then we feel very emotional, like especially as Vietnamese, because we are going to welcome the Lunar New Year. Yes. So we want to recap what happened in 2024. Or Gerna came up with a very nice title. She said reflecting on 2024. I think to look back. I think it's really good. Like you need to reflect yourself. So that you can. What's the purpose of reflect?
Yeah, reflect is also like a mirror, right? When you look in the mirror, you see the reflection.
And then
and the purpose of that would be to look at where you were and to self-evaluate and to decide where you want to be. And you can compare this year with 2023 and see how have you progressed, what has changed, and then you can set your goals and ambitions for the next year. So it's a good benchmark for yourself.
That's a very good one. I think this activity is really good. And together today, it will be a very long podcast. So be prepared for that to enjoy our chit chat, or we say chin wag, right?
Yes, so we have a good chin wag.
We have 8 questions in total, and together we will talk about that. So ready for question number 1?
Sure.
Yeah.
Will you go first, or do you want me to go first?
Okay, let me go first. Let me go first.
So the question here is...
So what moments made you feel the most alive or fulfilled in 2024? And how can you create more of those moments in 2025? Very long question.
All right. So I also want you to think about yours, and if you feel comfortable, you can share that with us in the comments. So for me, falling in love has been the most life-affirming experience this year. And of course, all the highs and the lows that come with that. It has been a roller coaster. But I can confirm I am very much alive and not dead inside.
I'm very much alive.
Right.
So how can you create more of those moments in 2025?
Yes, and well, if you're already in a relationship, I think that making sure that you take time with the person that you're with to rekindle the spark, you know, if that needs rekindling, or if that means putting yourself out there, going on dates. I don't know if any of you are into online dating, but that seems to be the most common way that people meet nowadays.
The short way to meet someone.
Or it doesn't need to be romantic love. It could be deepening connections that you have with friends and family.
Right.
The other one is travel. And I think travel is definitely a life-affirming thing to do. So
Life-affirming?
Life-affirming, yes.
That's an interesting way to say, right?
Yeah, something that makes you feel alive.
Something that makes you feel alive.
Yeah, so I traveled in Vietnam. I went to Sok Son or Son Sok Temple.
Sok Son.
Yeah.
Sok Son.
And then Thailand, so I explored some caves in Ninh Binh as well, and explored some temple ruins. Everyone should do that. And yes, how will I continue to create more of these moments? I will continue to be brave, love, travel, explore, and the other one was to keep in shape. Yes, so keeping in shape, keeping fit has also reminded me to be present in my body, which is also a way of feeling alive.
That's nice. That's nice.
All right, your turn.
Yeah. Okay. So I would love to, for my personal love life, I would keep it in private.
Yes.
But absolutely, that's one of the things. But also same with Gerna, that is for traveling. This year I was able to visit Taiwan, Shanghai, my favorite destinations, and looking forward to visit more destinations in 2025. And when I travel, I feel energized. I feel like I can recharge my battery. It's really broadened my horizons, especially the trip to Shanghai totally made me think differently about Chinese people. Yes, totally civilized and very friendly, unbelievably good to me. So it changed my mindset about Chinese people as one of the example. And when I travel, I take a lot of photos. I feel alive, like I feel like I'm alive and not only exist. So I'm very happy about that. So in 2025, I would invest more time, dedicate more time to the person that I love, to nurture our relationship, and also travel more together. Yes. Let's move to question number 2. So, did you spend time on things that matter to you? Or did distractions and other people get in the way? It's quite long. Okay, let's break it down too.
And just also for context, my handwriting is very difficult to decipher.
Right, okay. So, did you spend time on things that matter to you?
Both yes and no. So, a lot of time I think I spent well, and then I think there's also a lot of time that I wasted. So, yes and no. I worked a lot. I worked really hard. And yes. And I wouldn't say that's a waste of time. I think that teaching and also being, working and being financially secure, that's not a waste of time. But I would have liked to spend more time being creative. And I did paint a bit and read a bit. Yeah. I spent time with people. I did take care of, getting to the gym. But I didn't set enough time for cooking and home maintenance. And I think sometimes we do have to compromise. We do have to choose, one thing over another, because we have 24 hours in a day.
She's talking about the distractions, guys. So what kind of distractions? Your boyfriend?
The distraction... The worst distraction, I think that one would be digital distractions, right?
Digital.
Yeah.
Gerna, the other day, she updated me the new word like doom glooming.
Doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling. Like you use social media a lot, and then sometimes it's like affect your mental health because you start compare your life with other people's life, which is really, really toxic and dangerous, right? So we should reduce that.
And then the other way of wasting time, of course, is just not really having a plan for the day or not setting a timer. And I think that's what we can do. I think it's called the Pomodoro method, where you set yourself a limited amount of time to do a certain activity, and then whether or not it's done, you need to move on to the next activity. So even if you're not finished, and I think that that a lot of the things we could do faster if we set a timer, and there's no reason why we should spend 20 minutes washing the dishes when we could do it fast and do it in 10 minutes.
Precisely. That makes sense.
Yeah, so be more efficient, set a timer. Yeah, so that answers the question. What do you think?
So 2024, I fully dedicated and committed to build the YouTube channel because I want to provide more value to my students, and also for students who don't have a chance to study, to come to the class to learn offline, so they can learn through the channels, and it's a really great platform. I'm very thankful that I put all my blood, sweat and tears in doing that. There's something that I'm not fully committed yet, that is reading books, which I promised so many times that I need to read books, but for some reasons there's no excuse here, it's just a priority. But the number one fully committed that I do is like I'm the fitness fanatics. So every day I go to the gym, I don't skip any days. There's no distractions, even though no matter, because my body need that. I need that. It's good for my mental health, physical health for sure.
That's dedicated.
That's fully dedicated to that. But the thing that I think I need to work on it is to read more. And I know that moment when before going to bed, we need to read book, or we need to stop using the phone. But for some reason, I still touch my phone.
And maybe you can try killing two birds with one stone, or multitasking, and listen to an audiobook while you are at the gym.
That's what I think. But I'm more of the visual learner. Do you know what I mean? So I want to touch. I want to touch the book. And listening, yes, I should do that. I'm working on it. And then I also know that I need to wake up earlier. My morning routine should be better, but for some reason I still wake up late. Because when I go to bed it's already 12, and the moment I wake up is around 8 or 8:30, or some day it's 9. I feel a little. Not really. I think this is number one thing that I need to work in 2025 is have a better morning routine, which I'm working on that. So yeah.
The way you start your day sets yourself up for how your rest of the day is going to be. So yes, a morning routine is essential. I also am guilty. I need to improve my morning routine this year.
The distraction here is just social media. Yeah, for sure, social media.
Taking longer than necessary at doing certain tasks.
Precisely. Okay, let's move to question number 3.
When I gave up or slowed down, was it because it was too hard, or because I was scared of failing? So was it the difficulty that was the challenge, the obstacle, or was it the fear of failure that, because sometimes we all quit something that we want to do, or we don't even get started. I think there's something in everybody's life they can relate to. For me, it would be when I hit a frustration point. So I think certain challenges for me, especially figuring out how to get an online payment platform set up for my international online students. That's been a challenge. And I think it depends on one's nationality. For some people, it's very easy. They can use Stripe or Wise. They don't have that technological brick wall. So for me, the frustration point has been the machine, right? So the way the system is set up. That said, I haven't given up yet. I've just given it a rest, and I will continue fighting that in this year.
This is a very deep question, like really very deep question. Yes.
Yeah. And
okay.
You?
This question is hard for me. When I gave up, when I slowed down, I think because if I slow down, when I gave up something, did I give up anything? I never give up anything in my life.
Maybe something you thought you should get started on, but didn't get started.
Is that streaming? I don't have a chance to take up streaming yet.
Streaming, okay.
This question is quite. I cannot think of anything now off the top of my head.
Two choices here. Was it because it's too hard, or a fear? So maybe there are more options. Maybe it's a false dilemma. There's multiple.
I'm not really scared of anything.
Yeah.
I think yes. I always want to move to Saigon because I feel better in Saigon. But I need I need to really get out my comfort zone to really make the decision. Yeah.
And sometimes
like
it's a
to
matter
jump.
of timing, right? It's not a matter of giving up. It's just that the
A
timing
bit scared of start everything from scratch.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of students in Hanoi. So now if I move to Saigon, I have to start from scratch. So scared of failing.
And I don't think it's really fear of failure. I think it's a very realistic way to think about it, right?
Yes. Okay, let's move to the next
Yes.
one. So what excuses do you use that make it easier for you to avoid
Trying your best.
trying your best?
Yes. All right. So an excuse that I sometimes use is that I'm doing better than a lot of people, so I'm okay. Or I'm doing better than I did the previous year or before, so that's okay. Or I've had a long day or a hard week or a challenging month, I should cut myself some slack.
What you cut yourself some slack?
Not be too hard on yourself.
We say don't beat yourself up.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
don't beat
that.
yourself
Yes,
up.
exactly.
Yeah,
So-
at the end of the day, you are the only person who motivates yourself. So don't ever criticize yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good.
Those
Okay.
are my top 3 excuses.
Okay.
Here's the next question.
Yeah. Where's the next question?
All right. Well, you haven't shared yours yet, so it's not
Any
fair.
excuses? I make to make it easier. If I skip one day going to the gym or hitting the gym, I will say, oh, I go to the gym every day already. Today I should let my body rest. Yeah. So that is an
It's quite
excuse.
similar to this one. Yeah.
Or when
Really
I
did well, so
or when I how to say like I haven't done my listening yet or my reading yet, I will say, all right, today I talked to Jeremy already, I talked to Gerna already, so already a bit of speaking already.
taking
So
stock of what you've already accomplished
So-
for the day and deciding, you know what,
take a
it's
rest.
enough.
It's enough.
And you know what, that's also okay. It's not necessarily
okay.
a bad thing. Sometimes we need to make up an excuse and cut ourselves some slack. Yeah.
Some slack. Okay. The next one is if you reach your goals, how will your life improve, and does this future excite you?
Yes. All right. So are you familiar with the expression "be careful what you wish for"?
Why?
Right. So I think if I do achieve my goals, I will have leveled up, right? So I will be playing at a higher tier. And that doesn't mean it's going to be easier. In fact, it means it's going to be harder.
You mean you have to try your best more?
Yeah. So it will mean that I will have leveled up. If you compare it to gaming, when you level up in the computer game, the game doesn't necessarily get easier. The challenges get different. But I'd still rather do that. So while it's exciting, it should also scare me a little bit.
Really?
And I think that's also realistic, right?
Interesting. For me, if I achieve my goal, then I would jump for joy.
Yes.
I would be on cloud 9
Okay.
because I can have my passive income. I can have multiple sources of income. I can live in anywhere that I want. I don't really necessarily live in Hanoi anymore, and I have more international students. And then, yeah, I would be really, really happy. I'm not scared. I'm not really scared of anything. Yeah, of course, there will be more extra responsibilities, but it give me freedom. The freedom here is like, I think my ultimate flex. You know the word flex?
Yes, flex.
Yeah, my
your
ultimate flex is that I can earn money when I'm sleeping.
Yes, passive
That would be
income.
that's the goal.
I'm
That's the goal.
also very keen on that one. So yes, also they say with great power comes great responsibility. So yes, I think the more you have, the more you have to take care, and it's still good. It's still better.
Right. Okay. So finger crossed, we all have the bright future ahead. Right. The next question is: Are the goals you are setting for yourself, or because others expect you to do it?
Yeah. So I think both. Because we do live in a society, we do look for social approval.
Validation.
Yes, validation. We do benchmark ourselves against our peers and family. So yes, we can't deny that. We can't just say no.
Peer
We
pressure.
don't
Peer
believe in any of that. That would be false. But I also think yes, at the same time, primarily for myself and to not just survive but to thrive, right? Because I want to enjoy my life. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's same. Exactly same answer. Either for myself, like I want to have freedom, yeah, but also I'm sure like we are under pressure, like we want to live nicely, we want to have happy family, beautiful children, have rosy finance. That's all how people define success in our society, right? So yeah, sure.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with
Yes.
that. Okay. Next one is, who do you want to become by the end of next year, 2025?
All right. So, I wrote this one earlier. It's quite nuanced.
What is
Should I go?
What is nuance?
Shall I just go ahead and say it? I want to be the wife and the husband I need. What I mean by that is show up for myself in a way that I can depend on myself fully, wholly, and rely on myself to take care of me. And by that I mean that I want to cook for myself and take care of my home environment in the way that a good wife would do for me. And I want to provide for myself security and protection in the way that a good husband would provide for me.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
For me, I want to become the best version of myself in 2025, fully committed to whatever I want and achieve all the dreams that I want in 2025, because I believe that I'm very lucky, incredibly lucky to be surrounded by all supportive relationships, and I'm sure there's nothing can prevent me to achieve my goals. Finger crossed.
Yes. I've also on this topic said over here that I want to be more organized. I want to make my home environment more organized, because order in one's life starts with order in the home.
Right.
And I also want to be more of a technician, meaning I want to improve and hone my tech skills.
Right. The next one is, do your parents
Current habits.
Okay. Do your current habits and mindset indicate that you will succeed, and what needs to change?
So yeah, mindset and habits are almost inseparable, right?
Inseparable.
And while mine isn't perfect, I can see a lot of progress from the previous year. And if I follow the trajectory of progress, then I do think I have a good chance.
What is the trajectory?
Yes, so you can predict, you can extrapolate, so you can say, it's almost like a bar chart, the trend was going up.
Right,
so following the trend, it's predicted to do that.
So what needs to change?
I think one of the things is seeking reassurance that everything is going to okay, because nobody can give that to one, and maybe sometimes we need to be okay with things not being okay.
Right.
Of course, wasting time, I cannot afford to waste time, nobody can. And then I need to prioritize my home environment and taking care of myself, because I work very hard, and sometimes I give a lot of energy out for others, but I don't keep enough for myself. So, yeah, I would almost need to be a little bit more selfish.
Self-efficient?
Yeah, self-efficient. That's a much nicer way of saying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this year...
She's very dedicated. She even wrote it down, the answer.
What did I even say here? Oh yes, also accepting. Being more accepting that sometimes I will have my way and sometimes I won't.
Accept for who you are. Accept for who you are.
Yeah. And I want to work on building my base of online clients. In the future, I would like to be able to be a digital nomad and work remotely. So
who doesn't?
Yes, everybody wants that, and why not? Because we do live in the age of technology. So yeah, I believe that everybody can work online in the future.
Yeah,
and it's a little bit harder when I work out. So I do exercise, I go to the gym, but I don't really give it my all. It's that thing about, it's good of me just for showing up, and this time I need to start feeling the burn a little bit more, put a bit more pressure on. Be less reactive. You can't control other people, but you can control your response.
Control your emotions.
Yeah, be more in control. I don't think I've always done a good job of that this year. So let people do as they will. Don't try to interfere with their behavior, but observe it. It's all good information. So what can you learn from what it's telling you instead? Yeah. Spend more time outdoors. Yeah, get some fresh air. Spend time in nature. Go hug a tree.
Nature lover.
Yeah.
She lives in Eco Park actually, which is you are surrounded, fully immersed in
nature.
In nature already.
Yes, I can go hug a tree every day.
So if you can recap one word for 3 words in 2024, what would you say?
Oh, 3 words of the previous year. How would I sum up my year?
How would you recap?
I would say progress. New beginnings.
New beginnings.
That's.
Is this a word?
We'll count it as
Okay,
one
okay.
word for just one phrase, one expression, right? And self-reflection.
Self-reflection. Okay. And 3 words you want to expect in 2025. 3 words that you want to project. 5. How do you expect?
Yes. All right. I actually changed my mind. I decided assertive, organized, and fit AF. We don't use profanities on the show,
You
but
curse. You don't.
yes.
Fit. Yeah. Right. That's interesting. So we have a really, really nice conversation today about reflection, and we hope that it can bring you some perspectives in how you can reflect in your year, so that you have more motivation to set in 2025. Set goal and fully dedicated to any goals and dreams that you want, and finger crossed, all your dreams will come true.
And feel free to share your reflections on the year with us, or take your journal and write it in your journal. Keep it.
Yeah, you should write it down, and then it's a good reflection.
Yes.
Like Gerna, she wrote a lot here, right? And then especially think about how you can create a good mindset and get a good habit, because they are inseparable. To help you to reach the goal.
It's like taking stock, right? Taking stock of the year, and for any
Precisely.
business to be successful, we have to do a stock take.
If you want to attract more luck in life, then you need to have a very positive mindset.
Yes.
You cannot expect to achieve your goal with a negative attitude, which is really, really important, right? Yeah, thank you so much for staying tuned. This is a really long podcast, and I hope that is a good one for you guys to reflect in 2024, and best of luck in 2025. We wish you a very, very happy new year. Bye bye.
New Year. Bye.
Also the same with the cat. They don't say meow meow, but they say, I don't know how to say the sound. I don't know how to say the sound of the pig. But they just sleep, eat, and repeat.
Yes.
Don't have to do anything.
Also very intelligent. You know that
Is it
pigs,
intelligent?
yes, they actually are. Pigs are, if not more intelligent, then as intelligent as dogs.
Right.
Especially some of the newer breeds of dogs that are just bred for aesthetics, you know, these little small dogs. Actually, pigs have a higher IQ. They've got
Is that?
the similar with, you know, like the German Shepherd dogs, and
German Shepherd dog.
Please fact check me on this, but yeah, pigs are, as far as I know, to the best of my knowledge, pigs are highly intelligent.
She just say to the best of my knowledge. Very nice phrase. I love that. So do you think that pig also symbolize for affluence and prosperity?
Definitely. Also,
That's
it's
always big.
associated with feasting as well.
Feasting.
And feasting, yes.
So you see, whether you were born in the year of tiger or buffalo, or whatever year that you were born, they also have the positive connotation. We always think in a very, very positive way. So I don't think like whether you were born in this year will be more luckier than the other year, because believe us that you are your own creator of your life.
Of course. And please do let us know what's your interpretation. So just for clarity, I am not an expert on the Asian zodiac. This is my interpretation based on my connotations with that animal.
Our personal
and
viewpoint.
I would really love to know if I got some of that right.
Right. So 2025, this year, is a year of snake. We wish you the best of luck
Yes.
for the new year with prosperity,
Yes.
affluence,
and all the best wonderful things. Make sure that because the year of snake means you need to be very versatile and adaptable to become more successful.
And I think it's also associated with water. So
Water
you have
element.
a water feature in your house, something like that. And yes, to be fluid, you know,
Feng
go
shui, feng shui.
go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Yeah. We wish you the best of luck again, and Gerna, happy.
Yes. Happy 2025. Happy year of the snake.
Bye for now.
Bye bye.
Similar in the sense that there are superstitions around it that predict how it's going to be for certain people under certain signs, right? Will they be prosperous? Are they going to have difficult times in
that's
their
so bullshit.
communication with others? So it's very similar in that way that it's a indicator of what that year or
Right.
month is going to hold for you. But
To spend the time with family, which I think it's something that we've sadly lost in Western cultures. I think Christmas is still for some.